Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to walk you through all the mods I've done to my 2020 Ram Rebel so far. We got a lot of questions about specifically the stands and how you can fit 35s on there, which I have on right now, and it's a very simple fix. It's a leveling kit, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. So let's start with the lightning bolts up here. These are aux beam 3-inch light pods right here, and they're attached to specific Z brackets right there. So they're specifically designed for this truck, so you can see just how well they fit and mount onto this specific design here. It's super clever, and if you have a Ram and you want to add some light pods onto your truck, I would recommend the Z brackets right there. And then on top of that, wanted some more lighting, so we added a light bar down in there, as you can see, and this is the aux beam 20-inch light bar down there. And everything I'm mentioning here in this video you can go and get yourself in the I'm gonna link everything as specific as I can down in the description if you want to go and get that for yourself. So let's talk about the leveling kit here, what I decided to go with. So there are a couple of options for the leveling kit here. You can have a couple of spacers on there that kind of doesn't really adjust the spring, or I've heard over time that's gonna destroy your something ball joints or something. So what I decided to go with is just a 2-inch, I think it's 2-inch, might be 2.5-inch leveling kit from Ready Lift, just to bring the front up in line with the rear end. I don't want to have that rake just because it looks better like this when it's leveled, and on top of that, if I want to have 35s, which I wanted from the get-go, I have to make a leveling kit as a minimum. You can raise it up if you want to, but I don't really like two lifted trucks, so this looks fantastic for me. And as you know, the Rebel already comes lifted from factory, so this lift is exactly the minimum requirement for fitting 35-inch tires. So let's talk more about this setup right here. I have Fuel Rebel wheels. These are 20-inch, and they are mounted around them are mounted. You have Fury Country Hunter RTs. Now I wanted to go with a different set of tires to begin with, but they were out of stock, so I went with these ones, and so far I've had 0 issues, and I'm super happy with this setup. And the tires, the only concern that I had was, is it gonna make too much noise on the highway? Because the original ones, the Wranglers that comes with the Rebels, are very quiet, but at the same time they're kind of aggressive looking as well, so they're a great mix between the two. And these tires, even though they are cheaper than let's say the name brands out there, these are so far absolutely perfect. I drove up and down to Tennessee, from Florida to Tennessee on this, and I went off-roading in the snow, in the rain, and so far I have 0 complaints about these tires. The only thing that I'm seeing right now is the coloring. Maybe if that's something you care about, I feel like the coloring of the tires are a little brighter or lighter black or gray than the average tire out there. I don't know if that's just me or if it's I don't care about it, but it's something that I've just noticed recently, that I think they look a little brighter than the average tire. So let's see what else we have. We have the RCI bed rack right here, which is this one right here. This is a slim model, so they have one that sticks out a little higher, which you can add more stuff onto on the side, obviously. This sits lower, and the reason for that is that I wanted the tent to not stick up too far above the roof line of the truck and to be a lot of drag when you're going on the highway, and this worked out super well for me. I also forgot to mention about the wheels here. The offset is -18 for these wheels and tires. The reason I wanted to go with -18 is because it sticks out just a tiny bit, almost maybe a couple of inches outside of the bodywork, and that's exactly the stance that I was looking for. I'm not a fan of the wheels sticking out too far, so this -18 with the 20x10 wheels and tires just suits the truck perfectly, in my opinion. This is obviously a matter of taste. Now let's move on to the tent that sits on top of the RCI bed rack. This is a Smittybilt Overlander tent. This is not the XL version, because I don't think I need the XL. It's most of the times only gonna be me up there. So it suits one. You can fit 2 people and a dog up there pretty comfortably. There is a lot of space in there, and I just made a review video on that here on the channel. So if you want to go and check that out, you can do that along with install videos of pretty much every single mod I'm talking about right now. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to go and check that out. And on this bed rack here, I just got my Colpin Black Rhino 3-inch grips. Right here, as you can see, these are the rubberized grips right here that hold at the moment the axe and the shovel. Just wanted to test fit them right there and see that everything works out fine. And this is what they look like when nothing is on them. And these are super heavy duty, so I don't think you're gonna have any problems fitting stuff in there and keeping them secure. The only issue is, I guess, the theft risk. Someone might just pop them up open and steal stuff, but I guess that comes with the whole overland territory. Let's quickly have a look under the hood, because a couple of changes has happened there as well. Nothing major, but it's still worth mentioning. So what I decided to do under here is put in this beautiful open air filter from K&N, just to give it some more breathing, open up the breathing for the big V8 under there. And I think it also looks very good. This is also, of course, custom for, not custom, but specifically manufactured for the Ram 1500. So it fits, everything fits really perfectly. And as I said before, there is an install video on this here on the channel if you're interested in checking that out on how to install it. It's very straightforward, and I think that's going to help you a lot if you decide to go with something like this yourself. On the inside, I haven't really done a lot on the inside, and I don't think I need to. The only thing I put here is this matte screen protector right there to reduce the glare, because I had the same problem in my Tesla. It was very glary, and when you slide your finger over it, it gets very sticky. So this really helps with all of that. It reduces the glare and also the stickiness of your fingers, specifically down here in Florida when it gets a little sweaty. You don't want to have that all over the screen. And this is also, of course, linked down below in the description. So that's about it, guys. That's my Ram Rebel so far, 2020 year model. If you have any questions whatsoever, just let me know and I'll either answer it in the comments or make a video on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.